Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my two gentlemen. I wanted to set some videos just to expand on some items, maybe to help you be more comfortable with some proof writing. I apologize for the sound. I don't have my headset, and so I'm about 6 feet away from my computer right now. But I wanted to go through segment addition. And I believe I gave you a worksheet that looks like this, an attachment. So if you wanted to print this attachment and follow along, I think that'd be great. I'm not going to prove any triangles are congruent or parts are congruent. I'm just going to do it with the segment addition postulate to model it for you. So you can work alongside and maybe try it on another proof that's attached. So just want to equip you with the skills. So right now, what I've been given is AB is congruent to AC, so that full length. And then a little partial length down here, DB is congruent to EC. So I'm just going to, it's hard to do that AB is congruent to AC, so I'm just going to have it by statement. I do have the tick marks for DB is congruent to EC. Now logically it makes sense that DA and AE are congruent, so basically what we're trying to prove, right, prove that AD, segment AD, is congruent to segment AE. Again, logically it makes sense. I've got a full segment and I'm subtracting part of it. The difficulty is, how do I do that with geometric language, substitution, and deductive reasoning, all sorts of stuff like that, right? So we want to do it official. So the first thing I want to do is put my given. A, B is congruent to A, C, right? I'm just going to get that out there. And then I'm going to use the segment addition postulate. Again, the goal is to get AD congruent to AE. So I need to get the segment addition postulate set up. And then I need to get those two somehow in the same equation. So I'm going to be using substitution or transmit. We use the segment addition where I've got segment AB equals, and I guess I don't need that, the length of AB equals AD plus BD. And this is the segment addition postulate. Sorry, that was probably too soft. So I've got the segment addition postulate. I'm going to do the same thing for AC. AC equals AE plus EC. That's, again, segment addition postulate. Now these are coming from chapter 2, I believe, maybe even chapter 1. So this test is really compiling a lot of chapters together. Since I know that AB and AC are congruent, right? I can use transmit or substitution to now set AD plus BD equals AE plus BC. Now here's the thing. I'm going to highlight what we're looking for, AD, right? And I want that to be equal to AE. And I'm really darn close, because if we look at this next item, is BD and EC, they're right there. Now I have to do some substitution, so we can't just say, oh, I can subtract BD from each side. Well, we haven't declared that BD and EC are congruent, and we haven't done substitution, so keep going. I'll state my given. Oh, I need a justification for this one, right? I can call it transitive property of equality. And my next step, I'm going to state my given that applies to this. It's, I guess, timely, and that's given. And now I'm going to replace. I'm going to either replace BD or I'm going to replace EC. It doesn't matter. So I'll have AD plus BD equals AE plus BD. And the reason I can do that is by substitution. Substitution, because I'm replacing EC with BD based on that statement, substitution property of equality. Now I can use subtraction. I can subtract BD from both sides. So AD equals segment AE. And technically, if I were the book, I'd be going AD is congruent to AE. So if that was our goal, forgot to do some things, so subtraction. Property of equality. And then definition of congruence segments. They have equal measures. So that process, typically when I see students do it quickly and not thoroughly, they'll do it in one step, substitution, right? And that doesn't work. There's a lot that goes on with this. For that to fully be done with deductive reasoning, justifying each step, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I would say that 8th step is just finesse. So there are technically 7 steps, right, to say the AD is congruent to AE. And that can be intimidating, but that's the proper approach in showing the deductive reasoning. So instead of taking shortcuts, I can't give you credit for a quick substitution. I need to see the thorough approach. So hopefully that will help you add that to your toolbox for working through proofs. Have a great weekend.